Welcome back to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, where Stroll, Latifi and Villeneuve, both Jacques and Gilles, are the 4 Canadian point scorers in the past. Who's going to come out on top today at this favourite of the F1 calendar? It's the Canadian Grand Prix. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Isaac Hadjar lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Leclerc, Lando Norris and Piastri, Hamilton, Antonelli, Lindblad and Carlos Sainz, Lawson, Ocon, Alex Albon and Behrman, Colapinto, Gasly, Gabriel Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg, Bottas, Perez, Stroll and Fernando Alonso rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And with me for this commentary this afternoon, former racing driver Naomi Schiff. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. What a track this is. And what a challenge for the drivers this weekend. Long straights, heavy braking zones and a very green surface to start with.
This happens to be one of the drivers' favourites. It is a low downforce circuit that is fast and flowing, but it is also demanding on the brakes. And be careful, because let's not forget the wall of champions that catches out so many.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, that's not an ideal placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Right, you've got boost mode available now. Use it if you want to. Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Tyre condition still looking good. Tyre wear's higher than we're expecting. We've got a new strategy available on your MFD if you want it. Got that confirmed. Okay, you're sat in P2. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.4 seconds. Norris is behind you. You've got 4 laps until your pit window opens. 13 laps to go. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, clear. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Time last lap, 1:24.0. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 6.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Okay, that was a fairly decent stop, well within the times we expected. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds. Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it. Isaac's in the pits. That's Isaac in the pits. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Yellow flag. Green flag. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Leclerc is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 18.0. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.8 seconds. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. Okay, you've got P3. P3, well done. The distance to the leader, 17.3 seconds. Piastri's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 5.5 seconds. Leclerc behind. Less than a second separates you. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Caution, caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
That's what it is. We're just too slow, so it's impossible to keep them behind.
Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
What a wonderful drive to see them come from far down the grid to win the race. Those days are the ones that throw the biggest challenges at you, and to stick out and win it is an incredible job.
It's been a hard afternoon of brilliant racing, but now it's time for some proper celebrations. The podium awaits. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.